Alrighty. Let me see. Let me turn that up. I may have to adjust that gain as we go through. Alright, so where does this little girl come in first? Alright, what page is this? 11? Okay. Alright, let me check my channel first. Yada 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 yada. I was cradling my cat like a baby because he wanted to be, and then his claw got stuck on me, and then he bit me. And then I was done. I was done with him. Come on. Alright. Okay. Alright. Well, it looks like that's live streaming. So, okay, so I think this is the third or the fourth live stream that I will have been doing about character voicing. I did one for Alina for Sonic Legacy, which is Sonic's mom. I did one for Maria. Jeez, did I do it? I can't, let me look at. Did I do another one? Oh, yeah. The first one I did was for Blaze for this same project. Okay, so this time I'm recording in OBS and in Audacity and mono. I always do mono in Audacity, but in OBS it kept doing stereo. And I really don't want to have to independently edit this down again externally. I just want to post this darn thing when I'm done. So I hope you guys can hear me. All right, so this is that family story. It's actually one of the chapters of many disconnected one-shot type chapters from an author on fanfiction.net, and they write a lot of Sylvain's stories, and they're all really, really good. Very good quality, very family-friendly. So this one is Blaze will babysit Cream for Vanilla, while Vanilla and Vector are on their non-date. And then Blaze wonders, like, oh, Cream really doesn't have any friends that are around her age. You know, Cream says Charmy's annoying, basically. Tails is too smart for me. I don't know what he says. And then Big the cat, she's like, I don't even know how old he is. I can't tell. And then Sonic, of course, is just never around. So Blaze goes, oh, Silver, do you think we should, I should go back to the Soul Dimension and get Marine? Maybe that's a bad idea, because she's a nasty little girl, but maybe if we do that, Cream will have someone her age, and maybe some of Cream's good manners will rub off on Marine and not the other way around. So they're both like, okay, let's just try that. So I'm gonna start. And remember, since this is a recording session, I'm gonna be doing 3 takes, maybe a little more if I make mistakes. And I'll probably read some context around this, but, you know, it's a recording session. All right, let me look at this. Hey, Connor. All right. So I'll give the context. Blaze is thinking the inside of Vanilla's house continued to be what Silver termed cozy, a small firewood crackling in the right corner of the room, mostly wooden furniture, walls painted in eggshell green, handmade pillows on a small corner couch, and one on a larger chair, most likely for Vanilla. The floor was carpeted and... Oh, Miss Blaze! It's so good to see you! Oh, Miss Blaze! It's so good to see you! Miss Blaze! It's so good to see you! Blaze, sound of surprise. Cream hugs her waist. Blaze, likewise, Cream, how have you been doing? Chow, says Cheese. I'm doing well. Mr. Vector has been helping around the house. We've had lots of fun tea parties. I'm doing well. Mr. Vector has been helping around the house, and we've had lots of fun tea parties. I'm doing well. Mr. Vector has been helping around the house, and we've had lots of fun tea parties. Vector clears throat uncomfortably. Okay. Mr. Silver, you're here too? Good afternoon. How is the future? Bless her heart. Okay. Oh, Mr. Vector. Mr. Vector. Oh, Mr. Silver, you're here too? Good afternoon. How is the future? Oh, Mr. Silver, you're here too? Good afternoon. How is the future? Chow, says Cheese. Chow. Silver, what do I do with the chow? Okay, because her chow is climbing all over him now. Okay. The Vanilla comes in. Good to see everyone. I brought some tea and biscuits. Hello, Miss Vanilla. Hopefully you're on time. Good afternoon, Blaze. You were perfectly prompt. Don't worry, dear. And this is? Blaze clears her throat to get Silver's attention. He's like, oh, I'm Blaze. I'm Silver. And I'm Blaze's partner. Bless his heart. It is very nice to meet you, Silver. Blaze, dear, I must say you've progressed quite astonishingly. When we first met, you were afraid to accept help and refused to make friends, but now you have a boyfriend? How truly wonderful. They're so uncomfortable. And Blaze says, we don't have that kind of partnership, Miss Vanilla. Oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Vector laughs at them. Blaze gets really mad at Vector. How dare he laugh at her? Okay, Vanilla. I'm sure whatever you have planned will be lovely. Blaze, Cream should be asleep no later than 9. She'll probably need her bedtime story. I prepared a dinner quiche. It's meant for 2. Feel free to help yourselves for whatever you need. Okay. All right. And then she burped. Now her chow is sleeping on Silver. Okay, Cream. Mr. Silver, I didn't know you were good with chow. Do you have one? Bend down and let me see cheese. Because her chow was sleeping on his fur. Mr. Silver, I didn't know you were good with chow. Do you have one? Bend down and let me see cheese. Oh, Mr. Silver, I didn't know you were good with chow. Do you have one? Bend down and let me see cheese. Yeah, Connor, this author is British. How did you know? Okay. No, I don't have a chow, he says. Okay, let's see. So Vanilla says, oh, you'll both do just wonderfully, dear. Try not to stress yourself. Oh, Vector, your arm, please. And he's like, oh, sure. This guy. Okay, since she says, be good for them, Cream. I will be. Have fun on your date. You too, Mr. Vector. I will be. Have fun on your date. You too, Mr. Vector. I will be. Have fun on your date. You too, Mr. Vector. And then he's horrified, turns red. Ah! And Blaze is laughing to herself. Okay, so Vector yanks Vanilla out. Oh, bye! Door slams. Well, I suppose we should make tea first, says Blaze. Yeah, tea, okay. And then they realize, what are we going to do? This chow is stuck on your chest. Cream. Cheese doesn't normally sleep in other people. Cheese doesn't normally sleep on other people, Mr. Silver. It must be because you're so fluffy. I can get him off. Just crouch down so I can reach. Cheese doesn't normally sleep on other people, Mr. Silver. It must be because you're so fluffy. I can get him off. Just crouch down so I can reach. Oh, Cheese doesn't normally sleep on other people, Mr. Silver. It must be because you're so fluffy. I can get him off. Just crouch down so I can reach. He crouches down. Come on, wake up, Cheese. I'm gonna tickle you. Come on, wake up, Cheese. I'm gonna tickle you. Come on, wake up, Cheese. I'm gonna tickle you. Cheese, laughing but still sleeping. Okay, she gets it off. There you go, Mr. Silver. This never fails to get Cheese off someone else and back onto my wrist. Yeah, she showed him a magic trick. Thanks, Dan. All right. There you go, Mr. Silver. This never fails to get Cheese off of someone else and back onto my wrist. There you go, Mr. Silver. This never fails to get Cheese off of someone else and back onto my wrist. Thank you, Cream. Now it's time for tea. Okay. Silver uses his powers to pull 3 chairs out from beneath the table. Wow! How do you do that with... Wow! How do you do that, Mr. Silver? It's so cool! Oh, wow! How do you do that, Mr. He's like, oh, it's just a little something I've always been able to do. Yeah, and Blaze is amused, and she's thinking, he may be fooling Cream with that tone, but I saw the sparkle in his eyes. No doubt he'll be showing off to her soon. Marine had quickly fallen in love with his abilities, especially making her ships fly. I can see Cream going the same way. Okay, so now they're all going to have tea. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, pouring tea, blah, blah. Okay. Thank you, Miss Blaze. I think they're doing quite well. My mother's still homeschooling me. There aren't enough children nearby for a proper school, but sometimes Tails comes over. He's really far ahead of me, though. Even Mom had trouble keeping up. Charmy started coming too, but he really didn't like it. He kept doodling and shouting. Eventually, Mr. Vector said he couldn't come to class anymore. It's impolite to say, but he wasn't a very good student. It's been a little lonelier without him, and Tails is just so busy helping Sonic. I need some water. Oyo, heyo, Sonic Speed News. Or I should say hello. All right. Oh, why do I do this to myself? These long lines. Okay. Thank you, Miss Blaze. I think they're going quite well. My mother's still homeschooling me. There aren't enough children nearby for a proper school, but sometimes Tails comes over. He's really far ahead of me, though. Even Mom had trouble keeping up. Charmy started coming too, but he really didn't like it. He kept doodling and shouting. Eventually, Mr. Vector said he couldn't come to class anymore. It's impolite to say, but he wasn't a very good student. It's been a little lonelier without him, and Tails is just so busy helping Sonic. Cream quickly takes a sip of her tea. Okay. Forces herself to sound happy. Oh, that's why I'm so glad you could come to look after me, Miss Blaze, let alone bringing Mr. Silver. That's why I'm so glad you could come to look after me, Miss Blaze, let alone bringing Mr. Silver. That's why I'm so glad you could come to look after me, Miss Blaze, let alone bringing Mr. Silver. For those who are a little late, I have already gotten recorded sessions done with my voice actors, or I've recorded all the other lines, so Cream is the last one. I have the session with Blaze is in my YouTube channel, if you want to hear that. Okay. All right, so now Blaze is thinking, I can tell Silver's having the same thought as me, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Cream, what ages are your closest friends? Do you have many near you? Okay, so now the rabbit. Paragraph. Well, Charmy's my age and Tails is 2 years older. They're the closest to me, but I don't see them too much. Then it's really just you and Amy, who's much older than me. I guess there's also Mr. Big, but I'm not even sure how old he is. I know some others, like Mr. Sonic and Mr. Knuckles, but I guess most of my friends are a lot older. Why do you ask? Thank you, Catherine. I can do it. Connor. All right. Well, Charmy's my age and Tails is 2 years older. They're the closest to me, but I don't see them too much. Then it's really just you and Amy, who's much older than me. I guess there's also Mr. Big, but I'm not even sure how old he is. I know some others, like Mr. Sonic and Mr. Knuckles, but I guess most of my friends are a lot older. Why do you ask? Yes, I'm lazy. Only 2 takes, haha. Says Blaze. Blaze takes another sip. Oh no, she's thinking, it may be a mistake, but I think the good would outweigh the bad. Then she says, it's just that we have another friend around your age in a similar situation, a raccoon named Marine. She's quite excitable. I'm afraid she may be too much for you, but I believe she'd appreciate your company. I could return to my dimension and retrieve her if you wanted. Oh my god. Oh no, her eyes are sparkling. I'd like that a lot, Miss Blaze. Ew, I slurred. Did you hear that? I have to redo that. Oh, I'd like that a lot, Miss Blaze. I mean, if you
do think it's a good idea and it's not too much effort, I don't know how hard it is for you to move between dimensions at all. I don't want to pressure you, but I would really like to meet a girl my age for once. Oh, hello, Sweet Pea. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. I'd like that a lot, Miss Blaze. I mean, if you do think it's a good idea and it's not too much effort, I don't know how hard it is for you to move between dimensions and all. I don't want to pressure you, but I would really like to meet a girl my age for once. I'd like that a lot, Miss Blaze. I mean, if you do think it's a good idea and it's not too much effort, I don't know how hard it is for you to move between dimensions and all. I don't want to pressure you, but I would really like to meet a girl my age for once.
Of course, Silver's like, she's a whole lot better than I am at time traveling. Blaze can get here way more accurately than me. Marine's pretty loud, but that's just her way of being friendly. She settles down a little when you get to know her. Then he hesitates. Not much, but a little bit, certainly. She'll surely want to recruit you into her crew. Now he's using his psychokinetic abilities again. Cream.
Crew? Crew?
Silver takes a sip of his tea. Oh, she's obsessed with boats and sailing. She calls the people she likes her crewmates. OMG. Come on, Marine. I wonder if Ocean Amethyst is going to come in here.
Which voice do you want me to use, Dan?
I can do Rouge the Bat for you. I can do the Sonic X Rouge. I can do the other Rouge.
Or I can just do Blaze the Cat. Or I could do Vanilla for you.
Or I could do the lower one, which is Sally Acorn. Which one do you want? Oh, how many Sonics do we have in the chat? Oh, hello, all you Sonics. It's Princess Sally here. Oh, gee, Palace! I just realized you're in here, Palace. It makes me so happy. Sorry, you guys. Poison Blaze is Palace Dawson. He used to be a professional voice actor, but don't let that fool you. He's amazing. I took fundamentals with him, and I took advanced voice acting with him for months, and I also got months and months of private voice acting lessons from him. So that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. Okay. Oh no. What? What? I haven't done Ash Ketchum in a while. So, oh no! I think the voice is a little bit rusty, Connor, but you can be the judge of that. Ugh. I'm gonna get back on track. All right, so Cream is all enamored. Oh, psychokinetic abilities. Oh, okay.
Mr. Silver, that's so neat, making your tea into the shape of a boat. Oh, Mr. Silver, that's so neat, making your tea into the shape of a boat.
Yeah, he's doing tricks for her.
Oh, Mr. Silver, that's so neat, making your tea into the shape of a boat.
Chuckles. I'm glad you like it. I can never tell if Marine wants to be a pirate or hates them, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Blaze disapproves of this, thinking he really shouldn't use his power so flippantly. Oh, I can do Wave the Swallow too, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let's see. And then she says, they aren't occurrence in the soul dimension. Yep, they don't have child babies in the soul dimension. Okay, so now Blaze is going to go fetch Marine. And Blaze cannot help herself, and she teases Silver, and she says,
look after Mr. Silver for me, Cream. He's quite insecure when he's alone. Don't let him eat too many biscuits. His sweet tooth gets the better of him more often than not.
And then swoop, she's gone, laughing. Cream. Silver makes sounds of embarrassment, shock, mouth open, groaning. Just give random sounds, I said to my voice actor, who, by the way, Blingy is my Silver VA. Jake the Goodman is my Vector VA. Ocean Amethyst is Marine for me. Palace, you might be returning. Okay, here's shameless plug. Okay, everyone, Palace Dawson has a Discord server called the Slime Network, and that's where these voice acting classes take place. And as crazy as it sounds, they don't cost anything. There's a beginner class that's actually still going on, taught by Duster Dan, who's excellent. And Dan Keener here in the chat also taught the advanced class for a while. Connor Terrell also helped me teach it for, was it 2 or 3 sessions, Connor? And if you guys are interested, I can submit a link to that Discord server. So, yeah. Bye, Dan. Bye-bye. Be safe. All right. Okay. So Blaze left, and Silver drops into the chair, hands over his face. His little water boat splashes on the ground. Okay.
Mr. Silver? Mr. Silver? Why is your face so red? Are you feeling all right? Don't worry, Miss Blaze. I'll look after him for you. Mr. Silver? Mr. Silver? Why is your face so red? Are you feeling all right? Do you have a fever? Is something wrong? Do you need more tea? Don't worry, Miss Blaze. I'll look after him for you.
Blaze chuckles. Silver make long, horrified, embarrassed groan. Silver bangs his head on the table.
Mr. Silver, please don't. You'll hurt yourself. Mr. Silver, please don't. You'll hurt yourself. Mr. Silver, please don't. You'll hurt yourself. I need some water.
Hey, it's good to see you here, too. Ugh. Okay. Silver mumbles incoherently.
Oh, it might be harder than I thought. Oh, it might be harder than I thought. Oh, it might be harder than I thought.
Scene change. Alright, so I'll read a little bit of this, because now we're with Blaze and Marine. And Blaze says, just be nice and everything will go smoothly. Don't tease her and don't pull her ears. You're to make a good first impression. You're slightly her older, so be responsible. Marine is a total brat in this story. And she goes, yeah, mate. No worries, no worries. To be honest, she sounds like a right wet blanket. But I bet your decision ain't doing her any favors. I'll just have to see for myself. Were you paying attention to what I said? Please take this seriously. Yeah, I heard you right smart and loud. All right then, just don't make trouble for us, please, Marine. I'd like you to have a friend close to your age. Let's go. What are you, my mum? Aw, we're gonna be a little family, huh, mate? Doesn't that make Silver the dad? So she runs with this joke the whole rest of the story off and on, that it's mom and dad and junk. Catherine is correct about water, and Palace is correct about the part you're playing. Okay. Now Blaze is thinking, oh, I'm regretting this already, but they go. They go back. Okay. It looks like Silver is using his powers flippantly again. The chairs and table are all floating above us. So, yeah, they come in the house, and they hear Silver up there saying, yeah, the soul dimension is full of really pretty islands. Blaze has shown me a bunch of them, but there are so many more. I love living with her now. Having a bed is so nice. And Blaze is like, ugh. Marine snickers. Cream.
That's so nice, Mr. Silver. But they don't have beds in the future?
Oh, bless her heart.
That's so nice, Mr. Silver. But they don't have beds in the future? That's so nice, Mr. Silver. But they don't have beds in the future?
Well, none like Blaze's, he says. Blaze, sharper, embarrassed sound. Marine, snottier, mocking chuckle. Blaze, Silver, Cream, we're back. Can you two come down?
Oh, Miss Blaze! And you must be Marine. Oh, Miss Blaze! And you must be Marine. Oh, Miss Blaze! And you must be Marine.
Cream's ears are spinning as she drops down. She has a bag of biscuits in her hands. The chairs thump softly as Silver drops them to the floor, and then Silver drops to the floor. A cheese, happy child sound. Blaze thinking, that child really likes him, it seems, to be attached to his fur again. Cream. Yeah, there's no beds in the future. Okay.
I'm Cream. It's very nice to make your I'm Cream. It's very nice to meet your I'm Cream. It's very nice to make your
Marine, slightly irritated, cuts her off. How come everyone gets to fly but me? How'd you even do that, eh? Flying with your ears? It's pretty amazing. But doesn't your head fill with air? Can't be a good sound. Because she grabs Cream's hand and shakes it wildly. Marine is pleased with herself. I love a good shake. Tells me a person's honest. I'm Captain Marine. I'm sure my reputation has preceded me, but since it was carried by these lovey-dovey idiots, I'll have to reintroduce myself. Gonna be an uphill battle to get you on my side, but don't worry. Blaze was talking my ear off about how you're soft, but if you can fly, you must be pretty tough. This must be so overwhelming for Cream. Cream's eyes are spinning.
Thank you, Captain Marina. Thank you, Captain Marine. I thank you, Captain Marine.
Thanks, Palace. Yeah, this Marine is. I really liked this story because Marine was a horrible brat. So she's still blabbering on. Oh, I like you already. Using my proper title. Hardly anyone ever does that. You're on track to join my crew already, mate. I could use a lookout, and with those ears, you could do much more than looking, right? Come on, let's go sit on the old couch. Cream is frazzled.
Okay. Okay.
Marine, I can't believe it took coming all the way to another dimension to meet someone else. How old are you? Cream has now recovered her composure.
I'm 6. And yes, these ears are good for listening, too. Would you like a biscuit?
Bless her heart. No, I know, Sonic's, yeah, lovey-dovey idiots. Okay.
I'm 6. And yes, these ears are good for listening, too. Would you like a biscuit? I'm 6. And yes, these ears are good for listening, too. Would you like a biscuit?
Oh, sure. Then she's talking with her mouth full. These are right fine. Okay. Now Blaze is watching them and she's thinking, well, things seem to be okay, but Marine's boasting as usual. Okay. Okay, now she turns her attention to Silver. That Chow is still sleeping on his fur. Okay. And then he slides the Chow down his wrist, and now the Chow can be there. Okay, so Blaze is having a domestic crisis in this story. Like, they're babysitting 2 little girls, and Silver takes to this whole thing really well. And so Blaze is thinking, why do I feel so embarrassed seeing Silver petting and nestling that creature? It's just a Chow. And then she says, I suppose I ought to give it a go. What should I do? Okay, because Silver is going to show her the little trick that Cream showed him about how to get the Chow, like, off of you. So he says, take my hand. So she takes his hand, and then their hands lock. And then she's embarrassed. And then he says, all right, now you want to tickle his belly like you're pulling him towards you. It shouldn't be too hard. Just watch the little floating thing from his head. If that changes, stop. And she's concentrating and she goes, okay, like this? And he says, yeah. And then Marine was watching and she laughs her head off and she goes, oh, that is so like you too. Any excuse to hold hands, ain't it? I don't even know what that little thing is, but you two are using it for handheld and that's just typical. And of course, they both make a startled sound. Cream makes an uncomfortable sound. All right, Marine, in an obvious tone. See, Cream, neither of them will admit it, but really they like each other a whole lot more than they say. I'm sure they're snogging behind my back, but I can never catch them. Blaze probably only went to get me so she could add them to herself. I meant to distract you. Blaze, throat sound of embarrassed anger. No, Palace! No, eat Chow we do not. Okay. Cream, thoughtful tone.
Oh, my mother and Mr. Vector seem to think they were together too. And Mr. Vector's a detective, so maybe he detected it? I don't think he's met Blaze before, though, so that's really impressive. He says he's a really good detective, but this is the first time I've really seen it.
Oh, such burn! All right, another take of that.
Oh, my mother and Mr. Vector seem to think they were together too. And Mr. Vector's a detective, so maybe he detected it? I don't think he's met Blaze before, though, so that's really impressive. He says he's a really good detective, but this is the first time I've really seen it.
Blaze, angry thinking tone. Oh, Cream is too innocent. I can't rebuke her about this. She has no idea what's going on. But Marine, I underestimated her. She knows she's safe under Cream's protection. She's always turning out to be a bad influence. Cream is innocent.
It's okay, Miss Blaze. This is all private stuff, right? Don't worry, I won't tell anyone if you're embarrassed. I'm glad you found someone you love. It's okay, Miss Blaze. This is all private stuff, right? Don't worry, I won't tell anyone if you're embarrassed. I'm glad you found someone you love. It's okay, Miss Blaze. This is all private stuff, right? Don't worry, I won't tell anyone if you're embarrassed. I'm glad you found someone you love.
Silver, uncomfortable sound. Blaze, trouble keeping cool. Thank you, Cream, but as I said before, we're not in Marine, give me that ear, Snickers, whispers into Cream's ear. I told my voice actor for that to give me walla sounds, incoherent whispering walla sounds for a couple seconds. Okay, Cream, a little smile growing. Blaze is worried. He's avoiding my eyes. Silver? Silver's face is red, his smile's wavering, he's looking at the floor. Yes? She's put out. Regardless, we're not together. This isn't working. It seems my body has gotten too warm. I suppose you'll have to look after Cheese for a little longer. Chow! Chow, says Cheese, in a very manly voice. Chow! Hi, Coffee Dubs. Hey, System! System is the one that's producing Sonic Ops. It's a multi-episode, fully 3D animated Sonic fan production. He makes and source filmmaker, and they're really long. They're like 20-25 minutes each, and he's got a full VA cast, and he's fabulously talented. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can try again later. Our hands. They're still holding hands. Idiots. Okay, so now Silver doesn't know what the heck they're gonna do. He says maybe I'll just, do some cooking, right? Marine, have you eaten? Oh, her mouth is half full of biscuit. Yeah, I'm eating fine. Don't get yourself in a tizzy. Okay. So now she's, throwing crumbs everywhere. Blaze is hopefully Cream's habits will rub off on you despite your being younger. She's far more mature. Marine protests. Then Blaze says, if you're going to act childish, I'll have to treat you as such. I was hoping you'd act more maturely around your peers. Try to set a good impression. Marine sticks her tongue out. Yeah, well, I'm a proper kid and the captain, so it doesn't matter how I act. You're meant to be mature. She'll learn from me rather than the other way around. Soon she'll be acting like us kids ought to, won't you, Cream? So Cream is caught in the middle.
I guess? I don't really know what you mean, Captain Marine. I guess? I don't really know what you mean, Captain Marine. I guess? I don't really know what you mean, Captain Marine.
Then she folds her napkin like a proper little girl. Don't worry about it, Cream. You'll be sailing, shouting in no time. Just follow my lead and everything will be just fine. Blaze says you don't have to do everything she says. If she does something you don't want to do, just let me know. I need some water. I know the most manliest child in the face of the world. Okay.
Oh, don't worry, Miss Blaze. I'm having fun. It's a little weird to see you acting like a mother, but it's very nice, though. You're doing really well. Oh, don't worry, Miss Blaze. I'm having fun. It's a little weird to see you acting like a mother, but it's very nice, though. You're doing really well. Don't worry, Miss Blaze. I'm having fun. It's a little weird to see you acting like a mother, but it's very nice, though. You're doing really well.
I see Marine's mischievous smile has grown into a maniacal grin. She never was very subtle. I'm pretty sure I know what they were whispering about. Marine guffaws in laughter. Cream giggles politely behind her hand. I put the hand from my face. Of course, Palace would be the one to say, cook the chow? You and, like, kill all the dolphins. Okay. Well, I see you have an inside joke, says Blaze. I'm glad you're getting along well. Oh, mate, we've got so much more than that. Forget Lookout. I think I found my vice captain already. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Cream, please give me the biscuits.
Yes, Miss Blaze. Yes, Miss Blaze. Yes, Miss Blaze.
Cream hands her the bag of biscuits. You may have this one, though, hands her one back.
Oh, thank you. Oh, don't look upset about not being able to blah, 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 mess up line. Oh, thank you. Oh, don't look upset about not being able to use fire or fly with your ears. You have your boats, don't you? I could never sail a boat, let alone make one.
Hi, Fire Sonic.
Oh, thank you. Oh, don't look upset about not being able to use fire or fly with your ears. You have your boats, don't you? I could never sail a boat, let alone make one.
Yeah, as Palace is probably thinking, welcome all you future students. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Oh, don't look upset about not being able to use fire or fly with your ears. You have your boats, don't you? I could never sail a boat, let alone make one.
Marine brags. Yeah, you're right, mate. My ship-making skills are way cooler than anything anyone else has. I can make cannons and all sorts of stuff. Nobody's got a power like mine. Now Cream is unsure.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's Marine's joke. She's talking about Silver. She goes, well, Dad's powers are pretty cool. He can make my ships fly. Mom's are just good for fighting, well, and hugging Dad, I guess. Blaze says sharply, Marine, stop it. You've not been here half an hour and already you're causing trouble. Just be good and then Silver returns and he says, Silver's surprised. He goes, Blaze's power is much cooler than mine. What are you saying? She can make fire from nothing, light entire rooms, and warm the coldest of places. There's no way my powers are better than hers. Marine bursts out laughing. You didn't even deny it. You know, her dad reference. Neither of you did. That's amazing. Aw, mates, I can't believe it. Blaze is the strict mother. Silver's the softy dad. Cheese is confused. Cream pats Marine's back. Okay, now she lectures her. I want to download a boat. I mean, if you're using something like Source Filmmaker, you can get a model and download that. Cream lecturing tone. Okay.
Captain Marine, it's not polite to embarrass people. Yes, while Mr. Silver's powers are fun, Miss Blaze's are cool as well. Captain Marine, it's not polite to embarrass people. And yes, while Mr. Silver's powers are fun, Miss Blaze's are cool as well. Captain Marine, it's not polite to embarrass people.
Sheepish.
And yes, while Mr. Silver's powers are fun, Miss Blaze's are cool as well.
Mate, it may not be polite, but it's worth it for the reactions. She's such a troll. Just look at him, covering half his face up red as a sheet of sunset. Silver, I'm just going to see what I can make for dinner. But plan it now is it. I'll try not to use up too much of your mother's food, Cream. Cream, politely.
Just help yourself and, Mr. Silver? Just help yourself and, Mr. Silver? Just help yourself and, Mr. Silver?
Okay, this poor hedgehog.
The kitchen's that way, on the other side of the house. And don't be afraid of your feelings. Amy's always so open with hers. I'm sure you should be too.
And when she said that, I heard Sonic in the background screaming in horror.
The kitchen's that way, on the other side of the house. And don't be afraid of your feelings. Amy's always so open with hers. I'm sure you should be too. The kitchen's that way, on the other side of the house. And don't be afraid of your feelings. Amy's always so open with hers. I'm sure you should be too.
Marine, look, now his face is going red on both sides. System 509 is not opinionated at all. Okay. Blaze is thinking, I do wonder how long Silver and I will be in denial about this. Marine could taunt us for the rest of our lives. Yes, yes. I'm certain Silver reciprocates my feelings, but does he even understand that he does? Bless his heart. I can't blame him if he doesn't, since I haven't made my own clear to him. Perhaps it's time to take a more obvious step. But what kind of step would that be? We're both so new to this, and Silver's typically the more openly emotive one, so does it make sense to expect him to lead in this regard? No, now's not the time to be thinking about this. Oh, I have to burp. Connor. All right. Now the two the two little angels are whispering to themselves again, whispering to Marine. Just make more random whispering sounds, couple seconds, put in a little bit of giggling in the whispering takes. Okay, Walla, basically. Good enough. Okay, now Blaze is sitting in Vanilla's chair. Hello, Chaos of the Protectors. Stop! Okay, there we go. Little pause, this means I'm reading, or I'm drinking water, or I'm pausing Audacity so I can save the progress. Okay. Blaze sits in the chair. She thinks, a coloring book with crayons and a book about tea. So she's like becoming unsettled because she's realizing like, OMG, this is so domestic. Like, oh no. So blah, blah. So she thinks, I'll just read her take once because it's ridiculous. She's thinking, this is all so surreal. Neither of my lives match up with this. My most recent life has been one of cold isolation. But my first life, while far more dangerous, had a sense of warmth, a sense of camaraderie. All this still feels so alien, but so right. How is that? I'm just sitting in a chair, watching two children. It's so domestic, so serene, so... Silver, I think I'll just make omelets. Side with them with some salad. Does that seem all right? She's like, oh no, I'm sitting in Vanilla's chair. Silver's in the kitchen planning dinner. All this is so domestic, far too comfortable. I better get up before Marine taunts us about this again. And I did not read it quite that fast. Actually, I sped up as I was reading it in the actual takes. Let's see. So Cream goes, that. And then Marine cuts her off. That'll be fine, Dad. Can we have dessert too? Blaze shouts in anger. There certainly won't be if you continue this path. Cream, let me sit by you on the couch. Gosh. Cream is confused and nervous.
Certainly, Miss Blaze. Certainly, Miss Blaze. Certainly, Miss Blaze.
Marine, oi, Cream, let's hop onto the ground. It's the proper place to color these little pages.
All right.
Okay. All right, now it's time for dinner. Marine springs up and runs for the dinner table. And then she suddenly screeches to a halt and she bursts on laughing. I wrote, bursts out laughing and carry on a rolling fit of laughter for a couple seconds. And I'll tell you, Ocean Amethyst had such fun with that. Okay. Thumping sound as Marine falls to the floor laughing. Cream is confused.
Captain Marine, what's so funny that you'd fall to the floor?
And then she sees Silver.
Oh, Mr. Silver, are you okay? Would you like me to help set the table? Captain Marine, what's so funny that you'd fall to the floor? Oh, Mr. Silver, are you okay? Would you like me to help set the table? Captain Marine, what's so funny that you'd fall to the floor? Oh, Mr. Silver, are you okay? Would you like me to help set the table?
He's trying not to be embarrassed. Don't worry, Cream, just take your seat. I'll use my psychokinesis. It'll be easier. What are you two laughing? Oh, Blaze whips her head away. She thinks, that apron, it's obviously meant for Vanilla. It's far too large for him, and that pink collar isn't flattering at all. But isn't Silver taking this whole domestic thing a bit too far? It feels right, though, and that unsettles me. Silver, I've finished setting the table. Cream, Marine, please sit down. Yeah, he's wearing this, girlish apron. Okay. And then he shyly says, Blaze, can you help me? I can't seem to get this apron off. I somehow got the straps over my quills, but Blaze collects herself. Of course. I'm impressed you got this apron on to begin with, especially considering how long your quills are. So she's behind him taking it off, right? Bye, system. Thank you, Sweet Pea. I closed it like a noob. Okay, there's the script. All right, so Maureen is watching, and she's like, honestly, Nate, he was only in the kitchen for a half hour. Can you not keep your hands off him? We're trying to eat here. Well, I'm not. I need my tomato sauce. And then she half shouts and commands, Silver, get the tomato sauce! What a brat. Blaze hisses, Maureen, be quiet for a moment. If you need it so badly, get it yourself. So she finishes getting the apron off of him. Silver clears throat awkwardly. She clears her throat awkwardly. Well, there, it's off. Thank you, Blaze. So Silver goes into the kitchen. Oh, gosh, I need more water. All right. By the way, this is a 4 inches by 6 inches sized PDF. I've gotten to where I size my scripts for phones because I stand at my microphone and I have an isolation box. So I can set my phone down right by my microphone. And it's so convenient. And I can actually read the text because the pages are small. Okay. Excuse me. Cream is polite.
Here, let me cut a corner off the omelet. It's not the omelet, it's your omelet. Let's do that again. Here, let me cut a corner off your omelet for you, Captain Marine. Here, let me cut a corner off your omelet for you, Captain Marine. Here, let me cut a corner of your omelet off for you, Captain Marine.
Fork and knife clacking, and that's going to be hilarious Foley that I'll record screeching forks and stuff later. Okay, Blaze says sternly, don't get the ketchup for her, Silver. If she wants it, she'll get it herself. We're babysitting Cream, not Marine. She needs to learn to either ask properly or get it herself. And Silver's all like, well, but, don't get fooled by her pleading eyes. She's manipulating you, Silver. If she doesn't learn manners now, she never will. Marine groans loudly. Marine pounds her fist on the table like a brat. Marine whines, fine. Please, can I have the tomato sauce? There, is that good enough? Blaze in a motherly tone. It will do, but I expect it to be maintained. To this princess. Okay. Okay, about time. Give it here, Dad. She snatches it and she literally squirts the ketchup all over her food, or as I wrote here, squirting sound of ketchup blasting out on her food. So Blaze thanks Silver for the food, and he's like, oh, it's fine, you know. So he says he filled the layers of the omelet with diced pepper, mushrooms, and cheese. And she says, oh, you did a wonderful job, Silver. I love you, but I'll never say it. Don't fret over it. Cream, politely.
Ah, yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Silver. I'm sure it will be wonderful. Ah, yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Silver. I'm sure it will be wonderful. Ah, yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Silver. I'm sure it will be wonderful.
Okay, she says,
would you like a taste cheese? Would you like a taste cheese? Would you like a taste cheese?
All right. So Silver is now using his abilities to play with his fork and his knife and all these things, and Blaze is thinking, ugh, such bad manners. Okay. So then she tries to eat some of it, and it's not good, and she just says, this is quite interesting, Silver. And then Marine says, you guys are not even eating it right. You've got to use the ketchup to make the vegetables go away. What a child. Okay, so more ketchup squirts. Hey, Cream, try it, she says. Blaze says, Cream, you don't have to. Cream goes,
okay, I'll give it a shot.
And I'll drink some more water as well,
because Cream's voice is kind of obnoxious.
All right.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
My voice box is like, go kill yourself. Long ketchup squirt. That's quite enough, Cream. Don't cover every bit of your food with ketchup, please. No more of this. I hope you've not wasted your meals and thus all of Silver's effort. Think before you act. You will finish all that you can. hand me the ketchup, please. Man, so she's lectured the crap out of this little girl who's 6. So Cream whimpers. My throat just died. Okay. Yes, Connors, Obi-Wan would say. Okay.
Sorry, Miss Blaze. Sorry, Miss Blaze. Sorry, Miss Blaze.
Ugh, gosh, this girl. I'm gonna go back to voicing Rouge. It's so much easier. Okay. So Silver's all like, I'm sorry if it sucks, basically. You don't have to eat it, Cream. And she goes,
Well, okay. Don't worry. I'll eat all of this. Well, okay. Don't worry. I'll eat all of this.
okay, fine. They're just almost, okay.
Well, okay. Don't worry. I'll eat all of this.
Trow says cheese. Where's chocolate in all this? Yeah, you can slurp it all up, mate. Slurp it up. Silver, it's the precedent of the matter, says Blaze. They need to learn lessons and experience hardship to grow. They should be eating properly, with good manners, as I'm sure Cream usually would if it weren't for Marine. Marine sticks her tongue out at Blaze. And, wait, Silver, are you floating pieces of omelet, cucumber, and lettuce between us? Disapproves. I think you should probably be setting a good example, too. Now, Silver, bless his heart, he's confused, he has food in his mouth. Oh, you mean like when I eat with Garden and shouldn't use my powers? Am I doing that to teach him good manners? I thought he was older. I'll stop. So he's totally confused and she just gives up. Marine explains, that's 'cause Garden's a stickler for formality and all that. Doesn't even like me calling him mate. Can you imagine? Yeah, she calls him Grandpa. Grandpa's a real stick in the mud. He's great and all, but he's a wet blanket. Marine, that... High-pitched screech as Silver skids his knife over the ceramic plates. Silver's super embarrassed. Sorry, I cut too deeply. The knife on the plate. Let's just eat. So now I wrote sound effects, few seconds of varied eating sounds, forks and knives and stuff. This calls for my Zoom H5 recorder. I was going to grab all that junk back in my studio and just record that. Okay. Marine, it isn't working anymore, so you have to do it. Come on. Cream was whispering,
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure.
Just do it. Don't be a wimp. You won't get in trouble. What's going on over there? Cream? Cream clamps her eyes shut and she clenches her fist. She stumbles nervously.
Second, Mom. I'm sorry I made a mess of dinner. And I'm sorry for what I did to your Dad, but I'll finish it.
Bless her heart. All right, I have to do another take of this.
Second, Mom, I'm sorry I made a mess of dinner. And I'm sorry for what I did to your food, Dad, but I'll finish it.
I'm sweating like a pig in here. Blaze is like, well, I'm glad to see you're both getting along, but as proud as I am of you, Cream, and I am glad to see some confidence in you, I'm afraid Marine has long run that mom and dad joke into the ground before you. Please do not continue with it. Marine laughs loudly. Dad don't think so. Look at his tomato face. Blaze. Well, it was worth the attempt, recovers her stern tone. I'm glad to see your omelet is gone, Marine, but please eat your vegetables. Hey, Cream, you're not leaving the table until they're gone. Marine tosses her head up in another ostensible groan. Mate, I may be calling you Mum right now as a jape, but you aren't actually my... No, if you're going to put me in this position, then I'll have to act as such. You're eating your vegetables, Marine. We're not having this argument. Blaze continues to cut her food. Marine, it's no fun if you're comfortable with it. Fine, I'll eat them, Blaze. Not Princess Blaze, just Blaze. Grumbles loudly, makes some incoherent walla grumbles like 1 to 2 seconds. Eats with her mouth open, smacking when chewing in disgust. And that was fun to direct Ocean Amethyst on that. I'll tell you what, we laughed. Blaze clears her throat. She softly kicks Silver's leg under the table. He's like, huh, Blaze? Are you all right, Silver? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Okay, the Blaze turns, she goes, that's good, turns to the girls. Huh? Marine, Wait. A pause, sternly. Cream, return Marine's salad. She's guilty.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Fork sounds. Yeah, so Marine goes, we gave it a shot, mate. We'll get through this one way or another. Yeah, Marine dumped all of her salad on Cream's plate, but Blaze doesn't miss anything. Her cat eyes see everything. Yes, Catherine. Okay, my house has 3 bedrooms, and it's an old house, so it's weird. So the 2 back rooms, it's like you can't get to the 3rd room in the far back unless you walk through the room in front, because this 3rd room doesn't have a door that leads out into the hall. So it's weird. But so the 3rd bedroom back here, which is the farthest away from my husband, so he doesn't have to hear me screaming and crying and being a weirdo, this is where I have my studio. So it's a bedroom, but like all the walls are padded, like everything. And then the circulation is terrible. So I have to close the windows, obviously. And it's going to be like 80 degrees today. So like, I'm dying. Okay. Hey, Artistia. All right. So now Blaze is thinking, it took them a whole freaking hour. Like just the 2 of them sitting there because Marine kept being a brat. And Cream and Silver finished. So they got to go outside. So Blaze persisted and Marine finally finished, and Blaze says, was that really so difficult? And she goes, it really was, mate. What's the point in keeping me cooped up in here over a couple of leaves? Lettuce. I should be out there running free. Feet sound as Marine hops out of the chair to the floor. She runs out the door. Marine, I've got to show Cream how to be a proper pirate. A good one, not a rubbish one. She can hardly crack jokes without breaking in 2. Looks like she's gonna cry over the tiniest things. I've got to toughen her up. Soon she'll be a proper pirate with me. So Blaze says, I see you become fast friends with her. And she's like, oh yeah, I guess I have, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Blaze is gonna do see, Blaze cleans up the kitchen like a total domestic person, which is hilarious. All right, scene change. I'm almost done, by the way. Fade in the sound of crickets, steps over the grass as Blaze goes outside to join Silver. Blech! Okay. Palace, are you still here? I still have all that extra foam for you. I don't know if Palace is here, but I have 2 massive stacks of 2-inch foam I'm going to ship to him like whenever he can start voice acting again. All right. Cream laughing, do a few seconds of different ongoing laughs. They're atop a hill playing, and Blaze is walking to join them. These laughs will fade in.
Oh, Marine, it's so much fun! Ah, my voice is dying! Oh, it's so much fun, Marine! Oh, wait, jeez! Oh my goodness!
Okay, that's all I'm doing. If I have to do retakes after, I'll listen to that and decide afterwards. And then Marine also had to do some laughs. Okay, Blaze, though it's not snowing, I can tell by the wind that winter is truly here. A lovely clear sky, isn't it, Silver? It's a full moon tonight. Oh, hey, he says. They're just playing around. It's a game called Tag, I think. And yeah, the sky's really good tonight. You've not seen this one too often, right? It's different to yours. That's not just me imagining things, right? Because he's looking at the stars. Oh, Palace is still here. Oh, yeah, because I'm asked. All right. I'm not sure what you mean, Silver. It's the same sky as where we live, although I can see the stars clearly since Vanilla lives in the country and there's very little light pollution here, except for your powers providing light for Cream and Marine, if you can count that. It might just be me then, but Silver and Blaze lowering themselves atop the grass. Silver's thinking hard about this. It's like seeing someone you know well, but something's changed a little, and you don't know what. It's not a bad change by any means, it's just different. They aren't the same stars we've been looking at together. They're repositioned and new, but it's still a wonderful sky. He scratches his quills uncertainly. That's probably really dumb. I guess I don't know how to explain it, but it's nice. She looks up at the sky, and she thinks to herself, I looked back up to the sky, and then I felt Silver leaning in close to me. He must have been cold. Though I was embarrassed, I warmed myself up some for his sake, and then I understood what he meant. From his perspective, I could see it. Patches of sky where there would be more clusters. The constellations I knew forming differently. She says, that was a naive way to explain it, but I think I understand. It's not that you totally remember the night sky of prior nights, so much as you notice that it's changed. That things aren't as they were, and while it's perhaps a little scary, it's also wonderful. And he says, seeing in a different way is scary to you? And she says, perhaps not scary so much as different, but yes, I think I know what you mean. Okay. So they sat there for a while, and they kind of lulled off together, and then Cream and Marine steps approaching. Marine whines, Silver, mate, you can't be sitting around hogging all the warmth. It's way too cold. Cream has a whimpering sound. Because they're cold. Huh? Marine throws herself across Blaze's legs. Give me some of that heat. Marine, she says, Marine, you can't just throw yourself on my legs. That's... Silver was right. Your power's great. Just let me be warm. You can snuggle with him all you want. I just want my share. Marine, what? And then Cream is shivering with cold.
Miss Blaze, I'm really cold. Can I? Miss Blaze, I'm really cold. Can I? Miss Blaze, I'm really cold. Can I?
Well, okay, come here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Blaze. Thank you.
4 takes because the first one my voice was like, go scratchy. So now they're all like all over her and she's surprised. And then Silver says, see, mine may be good for moving stuff, but Blaze's power is way better. I'm glad you both understand that now. So she says, Cream had thrust herself under my left arm, pushing me back against Silver. I could feel his head against mine again, and my temperature rose again. I wasn't used to sharing my power with anyone but Silver. All this positive commenting about my abilities was more than I was used to. Huh? What's... Cream giggles.
I see cheese finally moved onto you, into your ponytail. I see cheese finally moved onto you, into your ponytail. I see cheese finally moved onto you, into your ponytail.
Chow! Little happy chow sound! Okay. Everyone slowly settled in on or next to me and soon enough began yawning. Marine and Cream fell asleep, and I assumed Silver too. But after some time he moved. Ooh, this is a pretty heart-to-heart scene. Hey yo, it's Ocean! Reminder, she voices Marine for me. Hi, Sonicify. Ocean is correct. I am literally, I just have very few pages left. Okay, this is very entertaining though, so. Okay. Silver says, I really like today, all of this. I know it was supposed to be a job, but it's made me think about some of this stuff. She's like, what stuff? He says, I know Marine was joking, but the more I think about it, I don't know when, but one day I think I want to have a family like this. Okay, this was a highly entertaining line. Blaze is thinking, upset, speaking faster, or thinking faster through the lines. Okay. Connor, when is your birthday again? I know you say on Discord, but I can't look at Discord right now. Okay, so Blaze goes, I looked away, eyes blurring, heat skyrocketing. What did he mean by a family like this? How important was the word? Like, was he really thinking that far ahead? We weren't even properly together yet. We weren't even out of the nonsensical stage where we danced around our feelings like some ticking time bomb. How could he be thinking about... Blaze, you've gotten even warmer. Is everything okay? Yes, that's... I'm glad you're considering these things, Silver, but it's a little early. Yeah, I know, it's just, I really like today. I've never been part of a family, so seeing one was... Silver... Well, we should probably take them inside. It's got to be getting late. Whispers a little embarrassed. My foot is itching. I must now take a break to scratch my foot. That's much better. Okay. Wait, I'm sure that there'll be an opportunity to do this again, Silver. And one day, maybe. Yes, I think being part of a family would be nice. course, this boy, huge smile on his face. I'll just carry you 4 in then. Try not to wake them. Oh, and I didn't have to read Cream a bedtime story. Next time, maybe? Sure, next time. Let's go in. This is the last paragraph, so she's thinking contentedly. He lifted us all with his powers and took all of us back inside Vanilla's house. Eventually, Vector and Vanilla would return, but, for a while longer at least, I would enjoy having this brief family, even if it was still very embarrassing. The end. Oh, happy birthday to your sister, Ocean, or the Japanese say, "O tenjoubi omedetou gozaimasu!" All right, one sec, guys. And in Audacity, this was 1 hour and 6 minutes long.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I've baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool Peach.
Don't even ask. That's something I'm working on right now. All right, you guys, in all seriousness, that was the end of this. Remember, these were small pages, and it was 82 pages, but they're tiny. Oh, it was so much harder to do Blaze, not because her voice is hard, but she had so many lines. No, Palace, you BFF, you are the best ever. You're the best. I would just love it if you'd be teaching classes again. I hope you're doing well. So before I go, you guys, do you have any questions? Because I put on these live streams because hopefully they're entertaining to listen to. But, this is how I do my self-directed sessions. I don't get directed very often. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I seem to do all the directing to other people. And then Blaze and Silver. Yeah, Blaze and Silver got married 10 years later. I mean, they could. What was I going to say? So I have, if anyone's curious, I have an Aston Origin condenser microphone with the Aston brand pop filter and the Aston brand shock mount. And I have, they called it like a heavy duty or something like microphone stand. And again, I have the, it's a Troy Studio isolation box. My favorite part of being a voice actor, I think getting in continually more cool stuff. And when a challenging role comes up. So something that is really high effort as far as production value. Like, for instance, I would consider Pixel Rush's projects and System 509's projects to be really high effort, superb projects for fan content. They're like, in my opinion, they're the cream of the crop, and I highly respect and admire those two. Pixel Rush posted on Twitter the other day that he'd spent like 2 days, I think it was 2 days or longer, some ungodly amount of time just to do like a 1 to 2 second animated clip of the Christmas project he's coming up with. Oh, Connor, I have no issue being directed. It's just that when I always ask the people I voice for, I'm like, is this going to be self-directed or like, are you doing directing? And they're always like, oh, just self-direct. And I'm kind of like, okay, well, if anyone ever says they want to direct me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. Like, that's fantastic. Like, I'm hoping to get directed for a role for Madonna later on. So, I mean, I can't make them direct me, but I'm always like, directing is nice. You should, like, direct. Okay. Goodness gracious, Ocean. Okay, so I think other really high-quality projects are things that aren't rushed and things that are longer form. There's a lot of really short form content. Short form, I mean like 2-3 minutes or less. That stuff can be done really well, but I also view, like, I like voicing all of it, but I like voicing and stuff that requires more. So there's a few original long form, either single or multi-episode audio dramas or podcasts that I have quite a few lines to do, and I'm psyched about that. I have a Pokemon one where I play Professor Juniper, and I'm not going to say anything about that, but that's multi-episode. I think there's some other Sonic stuff, too, that's long form. OMG, Steven Universe character? Well, of course, there's Steven! That's really hard. For me, for Steven Universe, it's more like, which one do I like less? Gosh, I'd say Blue Diamond, maybe. I think I find her slightly annoying now and then. I like Yellow Diamond. White Diamond, she's okay. I don't like what they did later with her character. I think it's weird. It's like I like Rose Quartz and Pink Diamond, but I really think that maybe my favorites of all is Steven, Connie, and Pearl. I think I can hear Palace laughing like, "Oh, Steven! Don't do it! I just washed those, Steven!" Well, Connor, with your projects, you made a comment a while ago about, like, you just, quote, let me do my thing, whatever. You have directed me some on those big ones, and I appreciate that. So, of course, in the future, you should be directing me. Now, Connor, you know that we all need to get directed and clean up your room. Yes, Knight Peridot is awesome. I love Peridot. Hey, you know what? I've gotten to voice, like, names are escaping me. I've gotten to voice Rose Quartz in a couple things, and they didn't come out yet. I don't know if they will. It happens a lot where you voice and stuff and never hear anything again, but it was this comic dub where, like, we all know that you can't shatter Steven's diamond, but before that came out, because the comic's old, the comic was his diamond got shattered, and, like, Rose Quartz came back for a while, and she had to go again, so she, like, had to re-shatter herself, so Steven would come back, and they had, like, this, like, in-between space and time place where she got to meet up with him, and, like, all this crying was going on. I, like, legit was bawling, and I really wanted to see that comic come out, but I don't know what happened to it. I like Spinel. I like all of those. I like Lapis. See what I mean? Like, the characters are done so well. It's like, which one do I like 10% less than the others, but still really like? Anyone else before I go? I intend to have a video, an update video, and I might be a lazy you-know-what, and I might just live stream that, because in the past I would put together the channel update videos, edit them, and post them, but I need to edit some voiceover scripts today. And I feel like I haven't posted a completed project in several months, but I have several things that are all in the works, as Ocean knows. Ah, Palace, you're a man of taste. Have you ever... I need to turn my laptop so I can see this. Have you ever did lines where they just give you a picture of a character? If so, how did you do it? I've seen a few times online. Thankfully, so far, I've not been in any project where they literally were like, here's a picture, just like improv, makeup, whatever. Usually they give a few words. Like, are you talking about audition? Or they're looking for a voice for, like, an original character, not a legacy character, and they say, like, here's some personality aspects about the character. Now, just say some stuff of what you think maybe they'd say in a voice. Bye, Sweet Pea. Thanks for coming. The immediate future or long-term future? Because in the immediate future, in 1 or 2 months, my husband and I are moving to Colorado. And I'm really excited about that because there's more sun. There's about 100 more days of sun in the Lakewood, Denver area than there is here in Milwaukee. And I'll come back to that. Cool. Just wait a sec. And there's a person, actually, there's like 3 people that we know. My husband knows a couple people, and there's actually someone that I know who lives in that area, and I'm super excited to meet up with them sometime. Okay, so cool tricks. So, yeah, actually, I have had at least a few auditions in that way where they just give you a picture and they say, like, this character's sassy, and they're like 16, and like, here's basically what they're like and what they're gonna do, and blah, blah, blah. And then they usually want to hear your interpretation with potentially multiple voices, because that's like a voice exploration thing. They're like,
Well, maybe the character sounds more like this, or maybe she sounds more like she talks really fast like this, back in her throat,
or maybe she's kind of more like this, so,
or maybe her voice is a little higher,
so you just make up stuff in voices. And I've also had people go, like, just improv something in an accent, like, I do West London accent or something like that, just do something. And they were very professional about it, because, they don't say things like, oh, that's really good, or no, that sucks, because that's not being to be rude, but like amateurish, immature people use that kind of language. It's very much more like, thank you for your time. This was a very good session. We'll let you know in a week or 2, regardless if they've casted someone else or casted you. And they did let me know, and it was very nice. That's all right, Artistia. That's fine. Don't worry. Any future projects you look forward to? OMG! Sonic Speed News. I can't tell anyone. All I can say is I have an NDA for voicing Maria in a project. And it's going slow, but it's super cool. And then I'm also the voice director for Project M2, which is a Sonic Boom thing. And there's a lot of fan whatevers, but this one has a full team together, and this is not an NDA. They've posted about it. So in Project M2, it's fully 3D animated. So they're doing the cartoons right off of the Archie Sonic Boom comics with some tweaks. And then after that, excuse me, after that, I think there's 6 more. Don't quote me on that. They're all going to be original, completely originally scripted and everything. And yeah, they have a full voice cast. Quite some months ago, I posted on Casting Call Club for a Styx VA. And then we got a Styx VA, and I've been really happy that I've been able to help them. Oh, gosh, I'm always excited about Pixel Rush's projects, because he's great, and he makes cover screens for me, and looks like he's doing cover art for other people too in Source Filmmaker. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me check Discord really quick, because I'm in so many things. Open up Discord on my phone. I'm just looking here. This helps me remember. Well, I'm always excited that I'm part of Sonic Legacy, which, as some people know, is technically part of Sonic Paradox. And I've been asked a couple times to voice in shorts for Sonic Paradox, but they're not out yet, so I can't say anything else. I can't see what they are. In Sonic Legacy, issue 7 is just about done, which has been bottlenecking everything. And then there's going to be up to issue 13, lots of things going on. And our issue 3 dub should be out soon. Okay, let me just check through my servers. There's another project where they're working on all original Sonic Mania style cartoons, and that's really exciting. I'm also in just several servers where it's like collections of Sonic voice actors, which is fun, I guess. I'm really looking through here. Like, all the projects are really good, but every now and then there's just one that pops up where you're like, I can't believe I got in that. It's fantastic. Yeah, I was in Rebirth dub. I don't know if it's going to continue because an accident happened. I can't go into it. Then there's a comic called Haxor, Haxor, and it's webtoon, I believe. It's either webtoon or tapas, I forget. And it's like 30-something episodes, and they're nearing the very end of it. So it's not Sonic, but it's technically a fan thing. And I played Miss St. Eve, which is a nasty woman in a nasty... She's the baddie, and she gets arrested at the end. And I'm super pleased because that one's actually getting done. So that was a pleasure to voice in. Oh, I feel like I'm going to burp again. Like, what the heck? Yeah, and then like I said before, there's one podcast that I had a lot of lines for a character, and then the Pokemon one, and then a couple other ones, which I can't talk about yet. Yeah, Sonic Speed News, I'm in dozens and dozens of projects, so I know you're looking around for stuff, but I have to tell you, it took me months and months to build up the network I have. I don't know where you've been or what you're doing now or what you want to do, but you may need to spend some time looking for stuff and being really proactive and joining fan voice communities and just auditioning for stuff, because all that together, is, I'm sure you know very well, will build up your exposure. Let's see. Was there, Connor? I'll have to look. Like, I have to beg your pardon. Oh yeah, there's a person called The Ultimate Voice Actor, and he wrote an original script that with a Rouge and Harold interaction. Harold is his OC. And I thought it was really sweet. And that came out like 1 or 2 weeks ago, and I love voicing of that. That was fun. Let's see here. Yeah, I really like voicing Maria. I have a super, super soft spot for Shadow Maria content, as you guys can tell. Oh no, you're the best, Palace. You're the best. You really are the best, Palace. You work so hard. Anything else, you guys? I might just sit down after this and just go ahead and talk about my projects I've been working on. Oh look, Palace messaged me on Discord. Oh, you guys, I'm going to brag on Palace again. So I'm finally going to work on a quote legit animation voice reel, and I wrote up a script, and I asked Palace to look it over, and he said, oh, I really like it. I'm like, Palace, isn't there anything to change? So yeah, I'm going to work on one that I will submit to places. Connor, I can't keep up with you. You have so many projects going on. You're crazy in a good way. All right, you guys, if there's nothing else, I'm going to end this stream, and then I'm probably just going to literally do my other channel update stream. And then I have to do some of my cha-ching work, because I love making money. We all do. Palace, I'll rest after this. I'll sit on my butt. Ooh, have you two... Let me redo that. Ooh, have you two met before? You might have if you were around like 10, 12 years ago. Palace is the best. Everyone wishes they had a teacher like Palace. OMG, Connor. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna hop off this stream and I'll go ahead and do my other one, which shouldn't be nearly as long, so... because I'm too lazy to record and edit a video, so yeah. Alright, see you guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.